Be seated. Honourable members, Honourable Reddy, there is nothing yet on the floor to raise a point of order.
The Minister of Water is attacking our member there. It's man abuse. Please bring her to order.
Honourable members, we proceed. Before the break, could I please ask members to settle down? Before the break, we had a complaint about the heat, and I think we all know that this is a big problem at the moment. The problem is with the electrical connections. So the technicians were able to get the air conditioners on my right-hand side working and one at the back at that point, but unfortunately there was one of the plugs that burnt, so they cannot fix it at this particular point. The chief whips then had a meeting a few minutes ago, and the decision is as follows. We will conclude with a debate that we started this afternoon. We will then go to the next item, to the item considering the vacancies for the National Youth Development Agency. The debate on Human Rights Day, motions without notice and notices of motion will stand over. So we have one item in process and one other item, and then we will adjourn. And that will hopefully give the technical people sufficient time to fix the problem with the air conditioning, because we are fully aware that it is extremely hot on a very hot day. Members, we will then proceed with the speakers list. And the next speaker is the Honourable Denner.
Deputy Speaker.
Honourable Denner, before you proceed, yes, Honourable Member.
No, thank you, Deputy Speaker. We hear your guidance, but Deputy Speaker, I just want to bring it to your attention that we need to get Parliament in order. Firstly, it was the Speaker who came late in the last sitting, and she had to apologize. The Minister of Finance who could not table his budget, it had to be postponed. We had a Mambara minister who couldn't answer questions, and he became the Mambara of the year. So please, Deputy Minister, so please, let's get our house in order. This is the highest legislation house in the country. Honestly, we complained about the sound system the last time. Today is now air conditions. So really, this is just embarrassing. And it's clear that somebody is not doing their job. And we need to hold that person accountable. Accountability must start here and now. We can't talk about accountability outside the house when our house is not in order, Deputy Speaker. We just thought we should make this point very clear to you. It must be in records that we are not happy as the economic freedom fighters about the running of this house. Thank you.
Honourable Ntlangwini.
Thank you very
Honourable
much,
Ntlangwini.
Deputy Speaker. Deputy Speaker, there seems to be a norm which is starting to be the norm of the 7th Parliament. One is to cancel unprovoked programming committees and chief whip forums that we need to have within the space and within this particular time frame of our term. And that seems to be the norm of the 7th Parliament. Now, the issues that we are having here today of aircon and many other issues is precisely that, because the Chief Whips Forum is supposed to sit and sort out these particular and minimal issues to make the House run seamlessly and without any hazards or any abruptly
Honourable Ntlangwini, you are now busy with matters of the Chief Whips Forum. I'm not going to entertain that further.
It's cancelled.
No,
It's
You
cancelled.
can take that right to the speaker,
It's
please.
cancelled yet
I
again.
cannot sit on the
So
chief
the
whip's
third
forum.
week, we didn't have a chief
Honourable
whip's forum,
Ntangwini,
and it's cancelled
not-
for 3 weeks in
Honourable Ntangwini,
We don't have
rule
a
you
chief
out
whip's
of
forum.
order.
And then
Honourable
the
Ntangwini,
Parliament's committee, and
I'm
that is how
warning you,
choose
I'm
to
ruling
run
you out
this
of order. I'm going to switch your microphone off. The next point is that of the Honourable PA. You raised your hand before the member of the MK, and then the Honourable Michalakis. Honourable member of the PA.
Thank you, Speaker. The mic is back on now. Thank you. Honorable Speaker, I'm not going to be long. I just think this to and fro is just frivolous. We are not technicians, and things do break down from time to time. I mean, even the party breaks down.
Which rule?
And who are they going to blame for that breakdown?
Which rule?
Honourable members, I have ruled, Honourable Daniels,
No,
please.
which rule? Don't abuse the
This is not a
platform.
point of order. I have
Don't
ruled
abuse the
the
platform.
first person who rose
Which rule
on this
are you writing
point
on?
was the Honourable Matwe, and I expressed myself on that, agreeing with her. I also want to remind you that the Chief Whips had a meeting. It wasn't raised there. Now you want to make it a debate, and we will not discuss the matter further. The Chief Whips discussed it. If it is not an absolutely new point, and you cannot point to the specific rule, I'm not going to recognise you. The member from the MK and then the Honourable Michalakis.
Deputy Speaker, we are beginning to have serious exception with you. The manner in which you preside over the affairs of this House are extremely antagonistic. Every time we raise our hand, you overlook us, but you can see members of the DA who are seated far across us. Please be consistent and be fair in your application of processes of this House. We are not happy with you anymore. In fact, we are going to officially write to the Speaker with your conduct that seems to undermine our presence in this House.
Honourable member, please also note that just because you raise your hand, you are not the first to speak. I recognise members in the order in which they raise their hands, so perhaps just have a look around. I next recognise the Honourable Michalakis.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. I rise on Rule 84, and I do apologise for not doing it at the point when the transgression happened, but I did have my hand up and I wasn't recognised. Deputy Speaker, I rise on this rule fully knowing that it's not my duty necessarily to protect members of other parties, but if we as Chief Whips allow for unparliamentary language to go through, we would be failing this House and its processes. I would therefore ask that you please make a decision on the words used by the Honourable Member from the EFF when she referred to another member as Mampara of the Year. If we're going to start calling each other Mamparas, that would be all we do all day. Deputy Speaker, I would like you to please rule on the parliamentary language or unparliamentary language in the reference to another member as Mampara. Thank you.
The Honourable Michalakis, I will consult with the Hansard on that
Deputy
particular
Speaker.
matter and come back with the ruling. Honourable member, I'm busy talking, and you know full well within
Please
the rules
recognize me
that
because I want
whilst
to attend to the
Honourable
Chief Whip of the DA.
Mkhalipi, you do know that the rules state that while the presiding officer is speaking, that you do not interrupt. Please consult the rules. I'm busy with the ruling on Honourable Michalakis, and we do not debate a point of order. Honourable Michalakis, I will consult with the Hansard and return with a ruling. Honourable Mkhalipi, what is your point of order?
No, Deputy Speaker, if Honorable Mkhalapi, or whatever the name is, does not know the news, that thing that is said by the TG was on the news, which that Deputy Minister is the Mapara of the week. It does not come from the EFF. So it's news. Go and check your news.
Honourable
Deputy
Mkhalipi,
Speaker.
I will consult the Hansard.
Deputy Speaker, the second point that I think you need to take it very serious. We can't be sitting here allowing the cancellation of the Chief Whip, whereby we're supposed to process these issues, and the cancellation of the programming. for the second time, where are we going to vent out these issues that are very important, including to workshop the DA chief whip who does not know what is the current news, what is saying about Parliament? Thank you.
Honourable Ntuli.
No,
Just
thanks,
encourage your members to read. Deputy
thanks,
Speaker.
Deputy Speaker. No, Deputy Speaker, I just want to, firstly, to raise a point of order. That we met shortly, not so long ago, and we decided how we want to proceed with the sitting this afternoon. And if there are concerns about the functionality of some of the committees of Parliament, I think let's allow those concerns to be discussed at a relevant platform. I don't think it's appropriate for us to hold this House further at ransom under the conditions we've accepted are not of our own making and are not conducive for the sitting. Primarily because we are being subjected to discussions about the work that must take place in the portfolio committees. That's my appeal, Deputy Speaker, that I think let's appeal to you to stamp your authority and allow the sitting to conclude its business for today. Thank you.